Hello, all you beautiful people. How you doing here today? This love it, Temptress, and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, welcome. Hi. So today we're gonna do a little mod spotlight slash tutorial to show you this wonderful mod called Botany Pots. And as you can see, they are fantastic. The recipes for them are really simple, and they can do so much more. And this is just with vanilla Minecraft, just adding this one mod. Of course, it does support other mods like Biomes Aplenty, Botany, Buzzier Bees, Metal Bushes, Mystical Agriculture, Harvestcraft, Peanut Mod, Quark, Simple Farming, Snad, and Extra Large Food Mod. And that is just the ones at the time of recording. Of course, they say they work on other ones too. So it could be more by the time you're watching this. But let's get started. So these are simple little pots that you can make, and they grow stuff for you. You can do it two different ways. These ones you have to harvest yourself because they are not hoppers. But these and these are all hopping ones, which means they go into any inventory, any block that has an inventory, like chest for the most part. But also, they go into stuff like barrels, dispensers, furnace, droppers, even composters, which means you can automatically be creating bone meal, which is awesome. Right? All right, so let's get into the recipes here. So first of all, we need to make clay. So to do that, you just dig up some clay, put it in a furnace. It gives you bricks. The second thing we're going to need is terracotta. And so for that, you take the clay blocks, which you can take 4 clays and put them back into a block. But you're going to take the clay blocks and cook those, and that becomes terracotta. All right, so not too many recipes. So first of all, we're going to need to make a flower pot. That's 3 of the bricks. Then we're going to take that in the middle with 5, of the terracotta. And that's going to make the regular botany pot. Next, we're going to want to make a hopper in order to make it a hopping bonsai pot, which of course is a chest with 5 ingots to make the hopper. And then you're simply going to put your botany pot with a hopper underneath, and that makes it the hopping botany pot. Keep wanting to call it bonsai, but that's something else. All right, so you can tell the difference if you have it up in the air, like in these item frames, because this has that little circle at the bottom. So that is simply going to let us know that it is going to be allowed to put into inventories below it, like so. So then you can also make all different colors. So I just did the white as an example, but whatever color you want, you put the dye in the middle. So for this one, it's white, and then of course 8 terracotta surrounding it. So it's going to make 8 at a time, which is good and bad, because it's not quite, we need 5 for each one. So you just take your colored terracotta around the flower pot, and that'll make it whatever color you want it to be, whatever color you're using. And then, of course, to make it a hopping, once again, you put the hopper beneath it, and that makes it a hopping one. All right, so what can these babies do? First of all, there's different soil types. Let me just show you, if you go in here, and the reason why I'm going to show you this is JEI. And the reason why I'm going to show you in here is because if you hover over this and press U for uses, if you have this mod enabled, it shows you all the different kinds you can use, but what type of soil, so to speak, that you need underneath it. This one, for instance, is water. You can grow all different kinds of coral, cactus, sugarcane. Obviously, you need sand. So think of the typical Minecraft stuff, and that's usually what it's going to need for its base component. But what you're going to do is, if you have the regular ones, you're going to pop them down. Now to harvest it, let's see, to harvest it, you're going to use even something as simple as a wooden axe. Now I'm in creative, but if I go game mode, survival. All right, so if I go to harvest this in survival, I'm going to right click it, and it's going to pop whatever it is into my inventory. And that's the way you harvest the ones before you get to the botany pots, to the hopping ones, excuse me. Including, look at this. We have sweet berries here, and because they're in this pot here, it actually doesn't hurt me. I can completely step on them, no big deal. Beautiful, right? And look at this, pumpkins and melons grow in one slot. It is absolutely beautiful. All right, and then, you know, if you have some flowers that you want a lot of, or something you want to duplicate, like coral, then you can also grow those in here also. Of course, we got carrots. Now, you know, I have the sea pickles in here, and of course, we can grow them here. Think of, you know, the kelp farms. You could have a whole bunch of these put together, growing kelp, and there you go. You have lots of kelp to make your farms. Rose bushes, pumpkin seeds. You can even have, like I did here, 2 different things going into one single chest, of course. And then for something like netherwort, you want your soul soil. And again, this is a barrel, but because it is an inventory block, it's going to allow it to go into there. Again, a dispenser. I just did different random ones, but dispenser, I have sugarcane growing in here. What you could do is have something going in here that you would actually want it to pop out. What that would be, I honestly don't know. But you could. Here, if you wanted to automatically cook something, so for instance, like something better than a cornflower would probably be like potatoes maybe, you know, that you can automatically cook and it would become baked potatoes. You could do that so you have automatic food going, and then just simply put a hopper at the bottom like I did with these. Coming out of the furnace, you can even put a chest or something with an inventory underneath it, and that would hold the inventory so it would be constantly going until, of course, you run out of coal, unless you do the fabulous put the hopper on the back to supply the coal. So think about this. Beautiful way to do some automation. Again, this one I have the crimson fungus going. Now the nice thing about some of these, like the crimson fungus, not only does it give you the crimson fungus that we have planted, but it also gives you some of its other drops. So the stems, the shroom lights, the netherwort block. It is fabulous. Now here, I have composters going, making automatic bone meal. Now, for creative purposes, I did it this way because if you have mods enabled, using different types of soil obviously is going to increase your grow time. So these are both potatoes, but this one, as you can see, is growing quite a bit slower with the grass, and it would be growing even slower with dirt than it is this farmland. Now here's the problem. If you have no other mods added, you can't really get the farmland, even with a silk touch pick. You can't hoe it while it's in the botany pot, so unless you have a way to get it, which would ultimately be a different mod added, then you can't really put the different types of soil, including the farmland, in. But I wanted you to be aware of that because, like I said, it supports so many different mods. It does include a lot of different types of soil, and that would increase your growing time. But look at this. Going into the composter, as it fills up, it's going to, of course, create the bone meal, and it's going to drop the bone meal down into the hoppers. If you wanted, like I said, down below, you could have chests below that, and there you go. Set up a whole bunch of these, and you have a huge bone meal farm. I was going to say bonsai again. Keep saying bonsai. This mod is actually inspired by the bonsai mod, so that's why I keep saying that. But this is Botany Pots. All right, so let's take a look at some of these growing. I did a whole bunch of the obscure ones. So again, with the warped fungus, we're also getting warped stem and warped wart block. Coral just gives us coral, but it's an easy way, especially if you want to build, to get a lot of these elusive coral blocks. So coral, the small coral. This one is a wither rose. Talk about duplicating your wither roses. So it is on soul soil, But look at that. It's automatically duplicating my wither roses, which of course are very, very handy. Cactus, which can be used for a lot of different things, including dye. Chorus fruit is another one. Look at that. You have to plant it on endstone, of course, but chorus fruit. Now here's one you might not think about, seagrass. Yeah. And then we have the twisting vines. So if you wanted to use these for like decorating or something, or of course for the normal uses, then look at this. You could do all kinds of twisting vines. Again, mushrooms. Mushrooms are always awesome because sometimes they're a little bit of a pain to grow. Now you can grow them in one block with a chest underneath, and we're automatically getting mushrooms. Grass. Grass is not something you think about, but grass gives you not only the regular grass, but also the tall grass. So you could put it down and break it, get seeds, whatever it is you need. And then we have some of the typical crops: carrots, wheat, beets, potatoes. And of course, if they have a seed, they will also give you a seed, or like the potatoes, they will also give you the poisonous potatoes. And of course, carrots act as its own seed, so it's just giving us carrots. But there you go. Short and sweet mod tutorial showcase here. This is beautiful. Of course, this is not all the blocks. There are a couple that we did miss. Let's see. We go to Botany and uses. Whoops. If I do it the right way. Uses. There we go. All right, so then we can see, what did I not have on here? Of course, all the different types of flowers. I just demonstrated with a few different ones. Like sunflowers, they're a little bit harder to find sometimes. You know, I did the rose bushes because I think those are so beautiful. All the different types of coral. Again, like I mentioned, you could do a nice kelp farm. And it even shows you whether it's going to give you a chance of getting more than one each time, which is nice. But this is all the different things. Of course, having a whole bunch of these, you would have tons of shroomlights, which are beautiful for decoration purposes. And at first I got excited and I thought that was sponge, but it's not. It's the coral. But there you go. Different kinds of the twisted vines. All the different things. Oh, and the ferns. The ferns also give you a chance of the large ferns, which I wanted to mention. Of course, the warped roots. And there you go, sunflowers. Now, the only thing I wish it would add is the saplings. Then you can also do wood, but it does not do that. And that is the only thing I wish they would add to this, because that would be pretty awesome. But then, of course, it might make it too OP. I am totally okay with that. But as always, I will have the link for this down below. It does have a dependency called Bookshelf, so I will have the link for that down below too. You have to download both in order to add it to your pack. But tell me what you think. Do you like Botany Pots? I do see them being added to a lot more mod packs lately, so that's why I wanted to do this. It's a really simple mod, but it's so much fun. All right, that's going to be it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed. Oh, sorry about that. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button with the notification bell, so that way you can see when all the new videos come out. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Really helps with the YouTube algorithms, and I appreciate it so very much. Also, let me know if there is a specific mod you would like to see a tutorial of. I have lots on a list, but if there's a whole bunch of demand for a specific one, I will try to get to that one. All right, until next time, this is Lava Temptress. Don't get burned. Bye!